Okay. So I know who you are, and a lot of people locally know who you are. But for those who don't know who you are, please explain. Not explain, but what's your name?
Well, my name is Sleazy EZ, and I'm from the West Bank of New Orleans.
So, how'd you get your name?
I always been Easy. That was like my first rap name, you know what I'm saying? When we was just trying to come up with a name. And like, I kind of got called that by a couple of people in my family sometimes because I was real chill as a kid. And then the sleaze part came from my homie Crucial because he just kept calling me a sleaze bag in the studio. And then somebody was like, Sleazy Easy when we was in the studio. And I was like, man, that shit's thick. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it just became from there. So I got named.
Right. So, we go back. We go way back.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember the first time you kind of introduced, like, your whole rapping thing. We was, like, in 9th or 10th grade. And you had a birthday party. And I remember, like, I forgot who it was that introduced you. And you rapped. Now, look, a lot of people who try to push their rap career are trash. And you were not trash. And I was just kind of like, I ain't gonna flex. I was shook. Now, my whole question to you is, what made you want to rap? Like, because you were good, so you weren't bad. So I'm trying to figure out, where all this come from.
It was a combination of things. But I think, hindsight 2020, I could say that what made me really start rapping was like rap culture. Like, it wasn't the people really telling me in my life that I should do this because they saw me doing it at home. It was like seeing rap culture go on around me. Niggas like Mac Miller and them. And all them niggas, Wiz, when he was coming up, everybody remember that shit. Everybody got to see that shit. And that was part of it, because it was like this thing I was doing as a hobby was like feeding niggas' families, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I was able to do that. And they made it look so easy, but not really easy. They made it look accessible. They made it look like anybody could do it. Because these was just niggas. Before all the celebrity shit, before all the clout got on them, they would look just like me and you. They still do to me, And I feel like watching them niggas come up really like hit home for me. And I said, you know what? I'm going to figure this shit out.
Right. So one thing that I kind of noticed about New Orleans is that, like, I feel like a lot of our music artists kind of like, they kind of put themselves on and they don't really help anybody else from the city. So it's not like Atlanta, because in Atlanta everybody help each other. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I have two questions for you. My first question is, have you ever hooked up with anybody local? And the second question is, when you do become mainstream, because I believe that you have the power to be mainstream, mm-hmm. Do you plan to put on anybody locally, or do you just plan to dip?
I feel like I kind of know, like, I ain't gonna say I know everybody, because there's some niggas I haven't formally met yet, but I know a lot of people who've been working hard in New Orleans for a long time. And, like, besides the, like, obvious people that y'all seen me take pictures with, you know what I'm saying? Like, the people behind the scenes is the people who really kind of put me on. And I can say this, that it wasn't necessarily celebrities. Like, they not celebrities. They was, like, hard-working niggas who been doing shows. They done did shows that had 0 to 100 motherfuckers in it. You know what I'm saying? They was putting in work in the streets. And I was fucking with them. And, like, niggas like Crucial, you know what I'm saying? Crucial been doing this shit way, way before me. And he kind of showed me everything I was supposed to be doing, like, as he was doing his thing. And I got introduced to him by Chase, who's a graphic designer, back when I was fucking with Rico God. I'm still fucking with Rico, you know what I'm saying? Because he showed me a lot in the game. And he was doing his motherfucking thing. And I feel like those are the people who kind of put me on. Because it wasn't necessarily exposing me to an audience, which I feel like not a lot of people did as far as hip-hop. But as far as the hard-working folks, they showed me how to get that, you know what I'm saying, on my own. And I feel like when I get put in a position to have, wealth and renown, I feel like I'm going to pass the opportunity down to people. Because it's not as simple as just putting a nigga on. It really ain't. Because you could do everything for a nigga and he don't do nothing for himself, So it's like, you got to really be wise about how you hand shit down to people and how you go about distributing it between your clique even. So I plan on doing that. But you know, as I get older, I gotta figure out how I'm fucking gonna do that shit. You know what I'm saying? Cause niggas really ain't did that for nobody yet. You know, around me.
Right. So, do you feel like you being a female in the industry hinders you in a way? Because, like we said, like, you know, off camera, you have a lot of great songs. Like, your songs are like literally like mainstream type music. Like example, Dummy, right? Blast that every morning before my workout. I do blast it. I won't flex.
Yeah.
So my question to you is: do you feel like you being a female in this upcoming industry, like, do you feel like that hinders you?
You know, last year I might have told you that it did, cause it definitely got its ups and downs, and it probably got more downs than the next man, no pun intended. But it really kind of gives me an advantage, cause it's like I might gotta work 3 times as hard, but when I do put in work, like, niggas can't help but recognize. It's real easy to spot who fuck with you and who just hating on you when you a lady, you know what I'm saying? Cause niggas act one way with you already, you know what I'm saying? Just cause you're a female or dumb. But when you great at something that they hold dear to them, like basketball and sports and rap, you know what I'm saying? Them niggas hold that shit to their heart. You know, as far as it being a man's world, when you touch that shit and you real cold, the niggas can't help but recognize. So I feel like I never felt like it was holding me back, because I was already taught that was going to be an issue in my whole life, period, no matter what I was doing. So I already knew that this was just like the 9 to 5. I just got to show these niggas really what's up with me, you heard me? And being a female, being a lady, opened up doors for me more than they closed them bitches, because if they closed, it wasn't for me anyway, you know?
Right. So, out of all your music that you have out, right? My top 3 favorite songs is Dummy, Brainwaves, and Juvie, right? Juvie. So, out of all your songs, which ones are your favorite?
Man, I love Juvie so much. I love Juvie because it was like, at that time, it was the closest I could get to like my style of music, you know, sonically, with the resources I had at the time. I was still making connections when I made that song. I wasn't really connected with the producers that I'm connected with now, that y'all hearing from me, you know what I'm saying, that y'all about to hear from me, depending on when it's come out, you heard me. Brainwaves is my second favorite, because I really like my wordplay. I really like the cadence, my flow. You know, that was like me all the way. Like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't had to think about nothing when I wrote that shit. Like, that wasn't, you know, I don't write real articulate and go through all this shit, you know what I'm saying? It just comes straight out the dome, and that's how it be on the mic. I might fuck with it, but Brainwaves is the perfect example of like me mastering my craft and really going in on my shit. And that will be better, you know? And then we got Dummy. That's the order I would put them in, as far as my favorite to the least favorite, you know what I'm saying? But I can't say I don't like none of them. I gotta talk about all my songs, because they're my babies, you know what I mean? They did a lot for me, so, you know, I can't leave none of them out, but Dummy really bust me open. So I fuck with you if you fuck with Dummy, you know what I mean?
Right. I do like that song. I enjoy that song a lot. Like I said, I do play that song like before a workout and on my way to the gym.
Yes.
That is my jam. And when I play that song for anybody, they really like, damn, who is that? You know what I'm saying? So your music is like really great, because I've heard local artists and they trash. Like I have 2 top favorite artists right now as local, and that's you and Nino Calvin.
Facts.
So have you ever met Nino Calvin or no? Have you really?
I do a shit ton of business with Nino.
Really?
Nino, a real good business person himself, you know, and everybody in his clique too, because I did business with a few niggas outside or inside his camp too. I fuck with Nino. You know, Nino deserve everything he got. He already been through a lot growing up where he grew up at. You don't gotta know him and know that, you know what I'm saying? You just gotta know the city. So I'm definitely fucking with the fact that he hit that level that I kind of always knew he was gonna be at. you know, and it's great because he reached back down. He don't really go fuck with all these Hollywood ass niggas, man. Like, you go fuck with them niggas when you need them niggas, you know, because if you know business. But he always come back home and be like, Sleaze, I need a cover, you know what I'm saying? I got you with this, I got you with that. But you know me, I don't ask for much, man, you know what I'm saying? I just do this shit because that's what we supposed to do. We supposed to work together. So he definitely like my top pick in the city, you know what I'm saying, next to myself and my brothers.
Right. Yeah, because I've peeped that, like, I'll be on Twitter or something, and I catch some people hating on him, like, they're like, F Nino, Calvin, this, that, and the third. I'm like, for what, though? This man really doing his thing, and I respect him so much for it, you know. His music is great, you know, and I don't really like hard up rap music for real, right. But like I said, I will play his music the same way I play yours, and that's playing basketball on the way to the gym, on my way anywhere. Right. You know? So that, like I said, that whole, like, I don't want to call it a hate culture that they have out here, but they kind of do have a hate culture, you know. You know, anybody that's trying to do something or trying to make something out of themselves in the city, they either A, try to kill them, or B, you know, they hating on them. Facts. So my question to you is, do you ever get any, like, you don't get any death threats or any hate or anything like that, or do you?
No. Okay. I mean, we all know, you know, we all know what's up with me. So, if you watching this bitch, and you look this bitch up to know me, you know me, you know what I'm saying? So, right. You know what's good with me. Niggas ain't sending me nothing like that. Right. But, you know, I really don't pay attention to the other side of that shit, you know, the online side of it. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it could really put you in a bad headspace. You know, I done been in bad headspaces. Right. And I feel like I don't want to allow things online to really, like, change what happens for me in the physical and change how I feel in the physical. You know what I'm saying? I see people saying what they're going to say, but at the end of the day, everybody entitled to their opinion. I don't really expect everybody to like me, what I stand for, who I fuck with. I really don't. You know what I'm saying? I don't expect anything out of these people. You know, I just appreciate that they listen to the motherfucker and they spend time fucking with me. So it's like, I'm not really tripping on them niggas. You know what I'm saying? That's my only advice to niggas really, is not to trip on these niggas when they be hating on you, man. Just let them do what they gonna do. You know, they gonna express that shit in all kind of ways. As long as you focus on who fuck with you, you'll be alright. That's what I do. I don't got no complaints. I don't know about all that New Orleans don't support shit. I don't know nothing about that. We must not live in the same New Orleans, nigga. They must live in France or something. You know?
Yeah, cause you know, like I said, one thing I could say, in a sense, I kind of wish that New Orleans had that togetherness like Atlanta does. You know, cause Atlanta is black, but they all put each other on. Them YouTubers put each other on. The rappers put each other on. Them TikTokers, all of that. They all are together, and I kind of wish that we had that same togetherness, because you know, if we had that same togetherness, then we would be unstoppable.
But I think we do though. Like, it's just not where you think it is. Like, it's not where you think it's supposed to be. Like, I said the same thing a few years ago, and I still had the niggas around me that I have around me now. So nothing really changed but me. And I would look around and be like, niggas ain't fucking with this, niggas ain't fucking with that. You know, and where's the love? But it was like I was swimming, you know, in the big pond with all the fish and all the sharks. So you didn't really see order. You know, you ain't see who was really clicked up with who, where was the sense of industry. You ain't see none of that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you had a hard time finding who could fuck with you and who really support you and who was gonna put money in your pocket and ask for something in return and do business with you, you know what I'm saying? But once you be hustling for a little while and then you start fucking with a few people consistently, you see that it really don't be all these people. It just be like a few of y'all that fuck with each other, and a lot of people fuck with y'all do. And that's how you keep it simple. You know, and then y'all get y'all money, y'all give it back to the black folk, and then circulate, and then y'all get out. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna come. Like, the more you work and the more places you go, you gonna see where the love is. And if you just go there, it's gonna be like, you don't even see how you could have saw it no other way. You know what I'm saying? It just comes with time.
Right. And okay, I got two more questions. The first question I have is, if we rewind back to 8th grade, and I told you, because you know we was tight, we had our little clique, and I told you that I went to the future and this is who you were gonna be, who you are right now. what would you tell me in 8th grade?
I'd have been like, how you get that conclusion? Because a lot of shit in my life happened like that. It wasn't like how I could have saw this coming. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit I'm doing right now is shit I said I would never do. You know what I'm saying? I was scared to do. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you could have told me I was going to be this nigga and I could have thought about it. But I feel like I could also say that when I was trying to envision myself past my present self, I'm very close to the person that I was envisioning. I'm not quite there to tell you that I could have believed it, and really at the time, me not knowing the world, I ain't know what was gonna make me into what, so I couldn't see shit in detail, but I'm close to what I want to be, and what I always wanted to be, excuse me, you know? So, I don't know. I might have believed you. I might have believed you, depending on when you asked me. I definitely would have thought about it, though. I would have appreciated the sentiment.
And the last question is... Shit, I lost it that quick. Give me 2 seconds.
That's how it be.
I know, something was right there.
ADHD.
What else can I ask you? Oh, so what can I expect from you, like after this interview? After this, what should I be expecting? You know?
Music. Cause I just don't drop music. I don't know why. I'm trying to clear on music.
So you have a project coming out, or?
Yeah, I'm just gonna drop some pulled together songs for y'all that we're gonna make into a sonically fitting project that y'all gonna love, and I'm gonna make sure it's on every streaming platform, so y'all gonna be able to listen to it on SoundCloud with advertisements, unless you got Pro, and then y'all gonna be able to listen to it on all y'all favorite streaming services, even Pandora. I make sure it's available for everybody, and I can't really say what's next for me. I could say it, but I'd rather show it to y'all because it's in the work, not in the wait. You know what I'm saying? So expect music, and then let me know how you feel about it.
All right, so I can't wait. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drop all your information in the description. Mm-hmm. So if people want to check you out, if they want to listen to your music, you know, it'll all be there in the description below. So anything else you want to say? Let the people know before we close it out.
Oh man, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Thank you for your time. Thank you for everything you contribute to our beautiful universe. And I hope I see y'all soon after this motherfucking COVID-19 meet us doom. It is sleep.
That was dope.